The storm over Asterion Prime raged for days, shredding canopies and flooding the glowing riverbeds. Daniel Hayes had been scavenging wreckage from the downed freighter when he heard it. Thin, reedy cries nearly drowned beneath the thunder. At first he thought it was some jungle predator luring prey, but when he cut through the vines, he found a small, trembling creature curled in the roots of a fallen tree. It looked nothing like a human infant, for legs, downy fur shimmering faintly with bioluminescence, and golden eyes too large for its narrow face. Yet, the moment it blinked up at him, mewling with hunger and terror, Daniel felt something twist in his chest. "Well," he muttered, lifting it gently into his arms, "you're either going to eat me when you're older, or you're going to make me your dad. Guess we'll see which." He fed it with what little he had, nutrient paste mixed with boiled jungle fruit. It choked and sneezed at first, but quickly learned to lap from his fingers. Within a week, the cub followed him everywhere, nipping at his boots, chirping whenever he strayed too far. Daniel named it Spark, after the way its fur glowed faintly at night, like embers in the dark. Months passed. Spark grew quickly, doubling in size, then tripling. Its sleek frame became powerful, its claws sharper, its movements unervingly graceful. But to Daniel, it was still the helpless cub he had found. He taught it simple commands, laughed when it mimicked his gestures, and built a small shelter sturdy enough for both of them. Sometimes, when Spark rested its head on his lap, Daniel would whisper, "Don't know where you came from, little one, but you've made this cursed world less lonely." What Daniel didn't know was that across the stars, an empire grieved. The Empress of the Zareth Dominion had lost her most treasured companion, the royal pet, bred for centuries as both guardian and symbol of power. Entire fleets searched for the missing cub, yet none imagined it had fallen into the hands of a lone human stranded on the edge of the galaxy. By the time a year had passed, Spark was no longer little, standing taller than a man. Its fur shimmered with patterns of light that shifted with its moods. Predators that once stalked Daniel now fled at Spark's scent. He should have been terrified, but the bond between them was unshakable. Then came the day the sky split open. A warship descended, vast and gleaming, bearing the crest of the Zareth Empress. The ground shook as soldiers poured into the jungle, armored and armed with plasma halberds. Daniel barely had time to react before Spark stepped protectively in front of him, growling low, every strand of fur blazing like fire. The alien soldiers froze. Their commander, a towering figure in ornate armor, dropped to one knee and uttered reverent tones. Spark blinked, tilting its head, then padded forward with almost childlike curiosity. Daniel raised his rifle. "Stay back. You're not taking him." The commander looked at him, voice trembling with awe. "Human, do you not know what you hold? That is the Empress's bond beast, the lost air guardian." Daniel blinked. "He's my friend, my family, not a what did you call it? Fate." Before the standoff could escalate, a shuttle descended. From it emerged the Empress herself, regal, tall, her presence radiating authority. Yet the moment Spark saw her, it let out a high, joyous trill and bounded forward, nearly knocking her to the ground in affection. She embraced the beast, whispering words in her own tongue, tears glistening on her cheeks. Her eyes then fell on Daniel. "You raised him," she said in flawless Terran standard. "Fed him, protected him." Daniel swallowed, lowering his rifle. "Yeah, he's all I had out here." For a long moment, silence hung between them. Then the Empress did something her soldiers could not believe. She bowed. "You cared for what we value most. For that, your life is no longer your own. It is owed honor." Daniel frowned. "Look, I didn't do it for a reward. He needed me, and I guess I needed him." The Empress smiled faintly, a rare softness in her otherwise unyielding face. "Then you shall not lose him. Spark," she used the creature's true name, a resonant chord that made the jungle itself tremble, "has chosen you. And what he chooses I cannot undo." From that day forward, Daniel Hayes was no longer a stranded scavenger. He became something the galaxy had never seen. A human bonded to the Empress's guardian beast, treated as kin within the most powerful throne in the stars. Whispers spread across the Dominion of a fragile species from a distant world, capable of earning loyalty not by fear or dominance, but by kindness. Enemies who once dismissed humanity began to wonder if a lone human could win the trust of the Empress's fiercest companion, what else might they be capable of? And Daniel, sitting on palace steps with Spark's massive head resting in his lap, would just shake his head and chuckle. All I did was feed you, buddy. The universe really needs to get its priorities straight.